Y'all, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you will shake your whole view of R&B history. One of the most legendary voices in soul music, Angie Stone, died tragically in 2025. But before her passing, she dropped bombshell after bombshell about betrayal, stolen music, industry sabotage, and one name kept coming up again and again: Mary J. Blige. Yep, the queen of hip-hop soul herself. But what really went down between them? Was it just a messy misunderstanding? Or was Mary part of a bigger plot to erase Angie's legacy? Let's rewind the clock, because this drama has roots deeper than anyone expected.
This week, the top most added single to radio for the last 2 weeks.
I'm so much better seeing you.
Come on. Oh.
Big night, epic night, I've been saying. What are you looking forward to?
The cipher.
I mean, I love music. I'm gonna forever love music, and I even love acting.
Let's start with what everyone was whispering about. Before her passing, Angie Stone went on record revealing that a song she co-wrote with D'Angelo, "Every Day," was leaked on Mary J. Blige's project without her permission.
They took both of those songs and they released the demo masters without permission.
She said she felt deeply betrayed, especially after she had worked so hard and poured genuine love and energy into helping Mary rise. Angie believed Mary had way more respect for her, but instead of gratitude,
This week, the top most added single to radio for the last 2 weeks.
she got ghosted and robbed. Now, Mary has never publicly addressed these claims in depth, but fans, they've got receipts. Angie wasn't some bitter has-been. She was a pioneer. Let's not forget, before Mary ever graced a studio, Angie had already made history with The Sequence, the first all-female rap group signed to Sugar Hill Records. That's right, she helped invent the space Mary now dominates. And Mary? Well, according to Angie, she took everything and never looked back. So how did we even get here? Back in the early 90s, Uptown Records was buzzing. Diddy was just breaking into the scene, and Mary J. Blige had just been discovered.
Are you still finding that passion in music? And
I mean, I love music. I'm gonna forever love music, and I even love acting. That's gonna be. I mean, when it's time, it's time.
when it's time?
Kurt Woodley, Mary's manager, came to Angie and said, "We've got someone who reminds us of you, but rough around the edges. Can you help polish her?" Angie agreed. She mentored Mary. She even took her home, fed her, and wrote a self-empowerment anthem for her called "I Ain't Taking No Shorts." And did Mary acknowledge Angie's impact? Did she say thank you? No. All Angie ever got was Mary vaguely referencing the song once. And that was it. Angie was crushed. But that was just the start of the drama. Angie also accused Mary of copying her group's fashion.
Ambrosia. Shout out to Raheem Devon for standing in for me. I had something happen that caused me not to be there, but God just needed to sit me down so I could focus on me.
Remember when Mary wore that football jersey and tennis skirt on a brownstone stoop in her iconic early look? Angie said that was a direct rip from the Sequence's style: metallic jackets and cheerleader skirts. Angie was proud of their originality, and when Mary made it mainstream, she never credited where it came from. But you might be thinking, okay, maybe that's just fashion drama. What about the music? Well, according to Angie, the real betrayal was with "Every Day," a song she recorded while pregnant.
However, subject matters are definitely from my heart, from my experiences for relationships past, good and bad.
With D'Angelo singing background vocals. She claims that Mary begged to demo the song and promised it was just a test. But next thing Angie knew, it showed up on Mary's project. And not only that, her vocals were still in the background. Even worse, Angie said she never gave legal permission. She didn't want to go to court because she didn't want to pit two black women against each other in public. But behind the scenes, her management was scrambling to get the royalties sorted, and the damage to her career was already done. This story only got darker leading up to Angie's death. Just weeks before she passed,
Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen.
Angie uploaded an emotional video exposing that Universal Music Group had allegedly stolen all her royalties for decades. She said the company never properly registered her songs.
All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to.
And that people she trusted to protect her career had failed her. She was in financial distress, despite a catalog of hits that had inspired generations. Then came the death. On March 1st, 2025, Angie Stone was returning from a Mardi Gras concert in Mobile, Alabama. Her tour van overturned, and then, tragically, it was struck by an 18-wheeler.
R&B singer Angie Stone has died in a car crash. We're told she had just finished a concert in Mobile, Alabama Friday, was heading to Atlanta when the van she was riding in crashed.
Angie was pronounced dead at the scene. She was the only fatality. And fans, we were devastated. But heartbreak turned into outrage when people remembered everything she said in her final year. The betrayals, the silence, the truth she died fighting to tell. And yes, it gets even messier.
To know that when I tell these stories, they're for my fans. They're for people that are interested in what Angie Stone has been doing. I don't care how long ago it was. I don't care what people may think.
Angie didn't just speak out about Mary. She also shared how D'Angelo's team tried to sabotage her reputation after their breakup, sending letters to industry insiders claiming she introduced him to drugs and was hard to work with. Angie said it was a straight-up smear campaign designed to destroy her credibility. And who benefited from her downfall? That's right.
I said, for a very long time, I was searching for a real love.
Mary and Diddy. Let's talk about Diddy. Angie revealed that he never acknowledged her until one day he asked her to pray with him. She believed he was scared for his life after the tragic 1991 charity basketball game stampede that left several people dead. Angie said Puffy was shaken and wanted to reconnect with his soul. But whatever happened after that didn't end well, because in leaked texts between Angie and Al B, sure, she praised him for exposing Diddy and said he was finally going down. She also talked about struggling to get a kidney transplant, claiming she was being discriminated against because of her race and age. That same text thread exposed how exhausted and disillusioned she felt with the industry and who she trusted. Now, let's come back to Mary. Angie said that despite everything, if she saw Mary in public,
It feels great. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing in 1992 when I started all of this. It took a lot of years for me to understand exactly who I was and what Puff and I had, and Andre and all of us had done. We had started something that everyone's doing now. So I'm just grateful that, people are paying respect to that, and it makes me feel good.
she would still speak to her. But that didn't change the deep sadness she carried, knowing she had helped launch Mary's career, only to be erased from the narrative. She felt Mary never truly owned up to her part in taking what wasn't hers, or in allowing the industry to profit off Angie's work without credit. And after Angie's death, fans have been coming hard for Mary on social media, demanding answers. Whispers are swirling that Mary might finally speak out, but many believe it's too late. Angie's gone. The damage is done. So the question is, can the queen of hip-hop soul really rewrite the story now that the original author is no longer here to defend herself? Because one thing is clear, Angie Stone was never just a footnote in someone else's story. She was the blueprint. And maybe now, the world's finally ready to listen. Drop your thoughts below because this one's got layers. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for sticking around for this emotional roller coaster. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that notification bell because we're diving deeper into all the stories Hollywood tried to bury. This was messy, painful, and real, and it's time the truth got its spotlight.